So, during the production of consonant sound, there is some form of obstruction created. And so, what are we talking about when that sound, the sound that I'm talking about, what is it called? Technically, what is it called? Numbers. Yeah, obstruction. An obstruction is created because of the obstruction in the oral cavity. I said some form of sound is heard. What do we call it? Technically, we call it manner of articulation. Okay, manner of articulation. Okay, that is where we get plosives, affricates, fricatives, frictionless continuum, lateral. That is how we, because of the obstruction, the air meets that obstruction, ma'am. Oh God. So that is there's some form of friction or stoppage of the air due to the obstruction, and the obstruction is created by what? By the articulators, either by the lips or by the tongue. Okay, mainly by the lips and the tongue, and the action of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. You are clear about this? Okay, so this obstruction is created by the articulators. Now I have a question here before we proceed for that. Now, we have not completely covered all the consonant sounds. I said that this obstruction is created, fine. But like you, this question will come up again and again. What about these sounds? Yeah, there is no obstruction. Yeah, there is no obstruction. That's why we call them semivowels. For these two, here and were, one of the labels is it's a semivowel because it is vowel-like. In its production, when we produce these two sounds, we produce it like vowels. Now let us come to words. During the production of vowel sounds, there is no obstruction in the oral cavity. That is, so you will always see you can produce it very freely. You don't have to. You can open your mouth like Suvana said, like Shakti said, you produce it with an open mouth. And this double letters and all that, don't confuse. Diphthong, we call the diphthong as double vowel sound for convenience. Okay, there is nothing called as double vowel sound. For our convenience, we are calling it double vowel. Okay, so there is no obstruction in the oral sound. In fact, it is produced with a stricture or in approximation, open approximation. Okay, now so this is produced with a stricture of open approximation. With a stricture of open approximation. Now, what does this mean? Let me produce all the vowel sounds, and time is 10:20. We have 15 minutes. We'll just come to that, and then we'll just see how you respond to the next question, and then we'll continue. Okay. So, what is open approximation? Just observe. I'll produce some vowel sounds. You see how the articulators don't come near each other. Mainly, the lower jaw will not come too near the upper jaw, like it happened with certain consonant sounds. Okay, for example, just look at this. E, A, Here you can see, but in E you don't see this. When you produce E, you don't see that. You may think the articulators are here, but again, it is open approximation. Okay, it is open approximation. Be very clear about that. So now I have a question for these A, O, U. I produce 9 vowel sounds. Then we have 3 more. Okay, 12 vowel sounds. Now for this, how are you going to classify this? Just think for 2 minutes. I'll stop recording. Think for 2 minutes and then tell me. Okay? Can we use what is the 3-term label that we used here? What is the 3-term label that we used here? What is the 3-term label that we used here? Voicing, BPM label kanda. Voicing, place and manner. Ada voice na voiced or voiceless. Place na where it is produced, and manner is how the air comes out. Voicing, place, and manner. Okay, these are the 3-term labels for this. Now, let me tell you one thing. there is a three-term label for describing vowels. You have to use three terms to describe vowels. What will be those three terms? Okay. Now I'll just stop recording for 2 minutes. I'll give you certain clues and then let's see whether you are able to crack it. Okay. Am I right, Shabli? You are a bit. You're asking me what this voicing is. Voicing, when I say that a particular sound is voiced or voiceless, then what I'm doing is, for producing that particular sound, either when I call it voiced, when I call a particular phoneme or sound voiced, my throat vibrates. For example, for the. Okay, when I call a particular sound voiceless, what am I doing? I am not, the throat does not vibrate. For example, the microphone would not have caught it. The microphone would not have caught it. For example, okay. Now, for vowel sounds, can we use voicing as one of the terms? Kallagavani, E, A, O, U. Can you use voicing as one of the why not? Huh? It is not vibrating. It is not vibrating at all. Okay. Can you use voicing as one of the labels? Mudiyuma mudiyada? Can you or can you not? You have the answer. Shweta. I keep on confusing you with Priyadarshini. I don't know why. Yeah, Shweta. Shweta na okay. Yes. Can we use voicing as one of the terms to describe vowel sounds? And you have one of the labels. You are right. So voicing cannot be used. Yeah. Can we say why is the vowel? Huh? Can we or can we not? Think all vowel sounds are voiced. When you produce a vowel sound, you voice it. There is no question of I'll produce a voiceless vowel, you will not be able to hear it. I produced it. In the vowel sound produced panna, you won't be able to hear. But let me produce this. I'm producing a voiceless E. You will be at the most able to hear a prati E. So you cannot use voice because all vowels are voiced. You cannot use manner of articulation because there is no obstruction. So yedalama use pannuva. Monopriya has the answer. Yedala use pannuva. Ana three terms irukku. Let me be very clear. There are three terms used for describing, for classifying and describing vowel sounds. Yeah, quick. Monopriya has come. So voice in place use panna mudiyuma. Manner use panna mudiyadhu. Manner cannot be used. Manner cannot be used. Okay, place use panna mudiyuma. You can use place, but what place of what? Huh? Okay. The hard will not come. What do you use to produce vowel sounds? Let me not produce these sounds. Let me produce these sounds. What am I using? I'm using my throat. So voiced. All sounds are voiced. All vowel sounds are voiced. So I cannot use that because you need to distinguish one vowel sound from the other. All the 55, if you have the same face, what is the fun in that? One label that I can use. Another label. Very good. I can use the tongue as one of the labels. No, there is a problem. I can use the tongue. I need one more label. So lips la enna lips eppadi na classify பண்ணுவேன். I can't call it bilabial for everything. Nalla gavani E, A, what happens to my lips? Very good. I have a yes. Yeah, very good. There are only two states that during the production of vowel sounds, there are two states that the lips attain. For any vowel sound, either you are smiling or you are rounding it. So we can call it rounded or unrounded. So a vowel can be either rounded or unrounded. Very good. Shweta, you found it. One of the good lips. So, for example, oo, it's an unrounded vowel. Oo is a rounded vowel because I'm rounding my lips. I'm rounding my lips. But E, unrounded. If tongue, yeah, tongue is one. So what will I use? Come on, think. Very good. For the tongue. Tongue. எதை வச்சு நான் tongue classify பண்ணுவேன்? Very good. The part of the tongue. Very good. Part of the tongue. Very good. Whether it's front, center, or back. So we have two labels now: rounded vowel, front, center, or back vowel. For example, E. The long vowel E is a unrounded front vowel. It is produced with the front part of the tongue. So Kalai is wondering, you are wondering, sir, how do we know it's front? You cannot see. You cannot see. The only thing that you can do is you can hear the sound. So universally, E is a front vowel. Whether it's produced here or in Hindi or in Tamil E, the long vowel E. E சொல்றோம்ல அதுவும் front vowel தான். அது எவ்வளவு front ஆகிறதுங்கிறது தான் கணக்கு. It's a question of how fronted it is. First we'll look at this and then we'll come. Very good. So E is a unrounded front vowel. இது வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. What is the third unrounded front? Give me the third label. So let me draw the okay. So this is the not so much. Yeah, I can so much. Okay. This is the front part of the tongue going up for okay E. I need a third label. எதுவா இருக்கும்னு யோசித்து பாருங்க. You just close everything and bring it to the okay. So the height of the tongue. Okay, we'll talk about this height later. So the three labels are rounded or unrounded, front, back, or center. Okay, part of the tongue, and height to which the tongue goes up towards the roof of the mouth. But don't talk about the roof of the mouth. Alveolar ridge or anything like that will not be involved. So the three labels are lips, part of the tongue, height of the tongue. Okay, thanks a lot, people. We'll stop there for today.